Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets got swept out of the first round of the NBA playoffs by the Boston Celtics after being the preseason favorites to win the entire thing. And he has been the subject of a ton of criticism, and rightly so. Things definitely changed for Brooklyn, with Kyrie having to sit out so much of the season for the BS vax policy. James Harden essentially giving up on the team, getting traded to the 76ers. Ben Simmons coming there and doing nothing. But with all that being said, Kevin Durant absolutely struggled those first 3 games and then had a very inefficient 39 points with a terrible shooting night to close it out in game 4. And Charles Barkley is one of the people that have had the most criticism for him over the past few days. Kevin Durant is not one to take that lightly. And so it looks like we have yet another feud brewing between Kevin Durant and a commentator. Charles Barkley's critique of Kevin Durant's Golden State Warriors tenure spurs spicy KD response on Instagram. And the first thing I want to get into is what Charles Barkley said that has made Kevin Durant so sensitive. That's in direct response to what Barkley said on Inside the NBA in the days leading up to and on the day of the Nets' elimination from postseason via 4-game Boston Celtics sweep. Barkley really kicked things off with a metaphor about NBA players on a bus when he was asked about Durant's relatively poor playoff performances. All these bus riders, they don't mean nothing to me. If you ain't driving the bus, don't walk around talking about you a champion. If you're riding the bus, I don't want to hear it. And he continued. He took things a step further, saying he didn't think Durant was the best player on the Warriors during the team's 2 championships. When fellow analyst Kenny Smith pressed Barkley, Charles Barkley said he got MVP, he wasn't the best player. Iguodala wasn't the best player, and he got MVP. Now, I will say that Kevin Durant had incredible finals performances, albeit surrounded by a team that had won 73 games just a year before he decided to join them, after he lost to them in the Western Conference Finals, after he choked that away. But it's true also that Charles Barkley is someone who's never won an NBA championship. And as Kevin Durant rightly pointed out, Charles Barkley has tried to ride the bus along with some other people many times before. And Kevin Durant posts Instagram stories and fires back at Charles Barkley for being on Rockets and Sixers super teams. Where would Chuck be without the big homies? And in fact, he did just that. Where would Chuck be without the big homies? Pointing out, obviously, that Moses Malone and Dr. J were on that Sixers team with Charles Barkley, where they failed to win a championship. And of course, you have Akeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, and Scottie Pippen with Charles Barkley with the Houston Rockets, where they failed to get it done after Charles Barkley went there. So yeah, it is absolutely Kevin Durant, getting salty and upset that he's not in the playoffs, taking shots at Charles Barkley. This is not a surprise. We've seen Kevin Durant get very sensitive about things many, many times before. And Charles even responded to this a little bit last night. He said, I could post pictures of you and Russ and James Harden and do the same thing, but I'm not going to get into that. It's clear that both of them are probably a little bit sensitive about these failures in their careers. Who wouldn't be a little bit sensitive about it? But the fact that KD got bounced in the first round of the playoffs with the Brooklyn Nets, who were the favorites to win the NBA championship before the season started, there's no doubt that this is an impactful story for Kevin Durant, and he can't like the way that people are talking about him right now. What do you think about this little feud brewing? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.